and welcome to Bloomberg Quint. We're in conversation with JSPL Managing Director. We have the CEO, N.A. Ansari, joining us on the phone line. And we're going to be asking him, the first question that we have is the company actually reports suggest that the company has emerged as L1 for a 4.5 lakh ton order. That's the railway order after outbidding ArcelorMittal. I'd like to understand if that's true and what is the order spread and EBITDA per ton on this particular order?
So, this is an inquiry for about close to about 4.5 lakh tons of rails. And yes, we also understand that we have emerged as L1 bidder. The difference is also reasonable difference. So now, we will talk about EBITDA per ton only after we get the order. So far, the order has not come to us. So we would await and, we'll see that what's the total volume they intend to order on us, what is the kind of policy they will adopt for this. We will wait for our customers to react. But so far, the situation is that, yes, we have emerged as L1. And we are hopeful to get some, positive news soon.
All right, sir. Just to understand the order nature a little bit, I'd like to understand what is the price, the cost that the company has bidded for and has emerged as L1, and what was the price that ArcelorMittal had quoted for this order?
So, it's already in the report. So therefore, in the press, so our price quoted was close to about 59,000. And I think ArcelorMittal, obviously, they need to calculate delivered cost, etc., putting all the... So I don't know the exact number, but it will be somewhere close to about 2,500 rupees differential, as far as I understand.
All right, sir. Also, I'd like to understand if your exports to Iran would be impacted due to the fulfillment of this order by any case?
No, as far as import to Iran is concerned, it's already done and, it has all been completed. So it has no relevance at all, now. It has already been done. If there are additional orders through the STC or some such government channels, then we will see. But no, certainly not. I mean, as of now, there is nothing which is getting adversely impacted because of this.
All right. Also, can we expect more such orders coming in the future?
Of course, we are very hopeful. The requirement of rails within the country is huge. So we would certainly be bidding. We have the capability. We also believe that, it makes a lot of sense for rails to be purchased within the country. And we believe that our quality is very good. So therefore, yes, we are very, very, very hopeful. Demand is there. Our capability is there. So why should the orders not come?
All right, Mr. Ansari, I would also like to understand what is the expected capacity utilization of rail mill now that you foresee over next 3 years, and what was it in the last 2 years?
Sorry, can you repeat? I missed your voice a little bit. Can you repeat that again?
Sure. I asked, with this order now, what is the expected capacity utilization of rail mill over the next 3 years that you foresee? And if you could draw a comparison of what you've already done in the previous 2 years.
So I think, let me explain this. This rail mill which we have, which is actually a rail and universal beam mill. So, we also make structurals out there. So, depending on the order situation, we, of course, have not shut down the rail mill just because the rail orders were not there or the Indian Railway orders were not there. We continue to make structurals. So, therefore, the mill utilization would remain, full. There is no dearth of orders from a structural point of view. The rail orders are very important to us, primarily because, we have put a rail. This mill was essentially put to roll rail, and that's something I'm very happy that Indian Railway has considered us, not only considered us, but also the initial order. They have also placed order for additional 30,000. So that's really very prestigious order for us. And going forward, we would love to supply rails to India and participate in, this entire development of railway network within the country. But as far as mill utilization is concerned, we have been doing it earlier also, and we'll continue doing the same. That's not really getting impacted.
But any ballpark figure, if you could give us in terms of the utilization level percentages that you expect to improve? And what was it in the last 2 years, if you remember that?
So now let me try to, that's what I'm saying, we have been supplying structures and we have one other advantage, we can play with our long and flat product as well as, we can divert the steel into other mills simply because we have the possibility. You see, the downstream capacity for us was, from the mill point of view, was higher compared to the steel making capacity. So therefore, earlier we had this possibility to divert it from structural to flats or to make more rounds and sell it. So as far as mill utilization, that's the point I'm really trying to make, is that as far as mill utilization is concerned, now that we have higher capacity of steel mill shop, Angul being already commissioned and being ramped up, so this becomes very important, that now we will have order books full, hopefully, for the next 2 years, 3 years. So we will really have close to 100%. In fact, we are even trying to improve the mill capacity and trying to make sure that it operates even more than nameplate capacity.
All right, sir, next question that I'd really like to understand is the pricing scenario currently. Do you see a scope of price hikes going forward, especially after NMDC has gone ahead and in the mid of the month gone ahead and taken a price hike? Do you see that escalating down to the steel prices as well?
Yes. So, absolutely. You see, as far as steel prices are concerned, compared to what it was in the third quarter, it has certainly improved substantially. And especially, for example, in areas like TMT, etc., which has come down quite a bit, now it has improved quite a bit. And even in other products, let's say, we see that positive signs are there in terms of, the prices. So therefore, it is this quarter now, which was down a bit, in the initial month, let's say in January, it was down a bit. But now it has already improved substantially. So hopefully, this trend should continue for the next month or so.
All right. And if we were supposed to look at sequential basis until now, what is the level of price hike that we have taken as compared to the previous quarter?
So I would say, for example, in TMT, I've already seen close to about 2,000, somewhere between 2,000 to 3,000 rupees. The prices have gone up,
All right. Also, I'd like to understand how much is the discount that currently HRC prices are seeing as compared to that of steel imports on landed basis, and has the gap between the two really narrowed down?
So HRC prices had come down, almost about, if you look at compared to the last quarter, close to about 2,500 to 3,000. I see the demand firming up. The prices are going up a little bit. And I think the way it is going up, this gap will come down very substantially. So it is also looking quite positive to me as of now.
Mr. Ansari, you mentioned that the gap between the HRC prices and the landed prices was how much?
What I said was quarter 3 versus this was close to about 2,500 to 3,000. As far as landed prices are concerned, that again depends on what quality we are really talking about. So that also is, the market obviously gets impacted, and, especially for those areas where there is no duty, where everybody has to compete, so there is hardly any gap out there.
All right. In the event of no price hike, does the company see any cost of production building up, or do you think with this the company would be able to successfully go ahead and take the price hike even going forward in the month of March?
So, we really believe that the prices will go up. Obviously, there is some cost pressure because of the iron ore prices which had gone up. So there is some cost pressure on that. But we firmly believe that, the prices are going up. They are already going up, and therefore they should continue going up. There is no reason why they shouldn't.
Any ballpark figure that you would see the steel prices going up to?
We will see that. I mean, we are still talking about maybe, I would imagine that another 1,000, 1,500 rupees is something which is on the cards. So that should be.